What exactly is a function? I guarantee you think this question is below you, but that is your ego talking. When you're first learning algebra, no one makes it clear what a function really is. Understand what functions are at their core and understand the entirety of algebra. So what exactly is this thing known as a function? Well, it's just a rule that takes inputs and maps them to outputs. So this is pretty much what a function is. So in other words, it's just, you can imagine it as a box. You can give it some input as a number and it's going to spit out some output. So if you give a function an input, then the function is going to follow some rule that spits out a corresponding output. And basically you can graph this relationship on, let's say, a xy plane. You can graph it. There's lots of different types of functions. They can come in many different forms and whatnot, but all a function really is just something that takes an input and puts it to an output. Now, one thing to know is that a function cannot have one input and two different outputs. So in other words, things like this function or this graph, well, this isn't actually a function. This is not a function because, as you can see here, the same input at this x gives you two different outputs. So that's just the one thing to know for functions. But this is all a function really is. Again, just to make it clear, a function is just a rule that takes inputs and maps them to outputs. That's all there is for this video. I hope you like this concise no BS way of teaching. If this video has given you value, then please consider supporting the channel. Regardless, thank you so much for your time and good luck with your studies.